Hey guys, first time aura farming. I've always wanted to do this. Please be nice. How's this, huh? God, I have absolutely nothing to be stanced up with. Hi again, guys. I asked y'all to send me the greatest aura farmers and aura farming moments you could think of, like fiction, real life, history. It didn't really matter. The issue with this is that aura farming is a thing that takes time to cultivate. Like, people were saying, I would, but I'm still trying to get the little guys to grow. I've been watering it every day, but my aura farm is still so dry. Tell me in the comments where you think the term aura differs from having sauce. The term, like, aura is kind of like effortlessly giving off, like, a vibe. I sound like a 30-year-old trying to like get in with new lingo. Has been around for a minute, but in like recent months, I think when most people think of aura farming, they think of this like little kid on a boat in Cambodia, I think. He's like just a mascot on like a rowing team ship. And despite being what I can tell at most is a preteen, he has like the sea legs of a 70-year-old lifetime retired boat captain. Like, look at this dude. He's just hitting those moments really casually, and it's like he's a gyroscope. He just doesn't move no matter how much the boat rocks. The movements he's doing in this video have become kind of associated with aura farming in general, and you'll have people on all types of boats and just in different circumstances trying to recreate this. Like, the Polish army decided to do some pretty slick propaganda by pulling up on one of their submarines and just telling a dude to get on top of the darn thing and start dancing, man. It's kind of harder to appreciate because we have to be so much farther away from the movements, and it just doesn't take as much balance as what the kid was doing. The aura mostly comes from the structure that he's on top of, which is admittedly gnarly. I wonder if that was like a thing that everybody on the ship wanted to do and they had to pull straws to decide who got to do the honors. Now, that kid is like the face of aura farming in the modern day, but the truth is this kind of behavior has a long and storied past throughout all of human history. Dudes were dropping like flies, and the doctors just started aura farming, man. Like, there's no reason that like essentially wearing a white doctor's medical coat just looked hard as shit and went on to like inspire tons of aesthetics and people's entire senses of style for centuries down the line. Like, this shit is cool as fuck. I wish it was like socially acceptable for me to cover my face in this way. This one really got a rise out of me when I first read it because it's just like back-to-back Bible aura farming moments. It's the funniest concept in a long time because I'm reading the Bible. Okay, no one is actually doing that, right? I've read works of fanfic longer than the Bible, but I know that I would struggle to sit down and get through the several 100,000 words in that thing because like the prose is just kind of outdated, man. But I'm reading the Bible and get to the part where Jesus was walking on water during a storm for literally no reason, and I just burst out laughing. That was like kind of his whole shit, man. He's like, yeah, this water is wine now. Get crunk, y'all. Moses was aura farming from birth, and canonically in the Beyblade universe, he split the Red Sea using a Beyblade. If you've never seen that clip, need to put it in here, but it's literally just like a PNG of a Beyblade rotating, put over a painting of the splitting of the Red Sea, and it is about as goofy as you think it is. Predictably, animals are among some of the biggest offenders in this. What is a group of ravens called? An unkindness. Like, that is hard as shit, but like, it's not as if the ravens named themselves that. And let's be honest, ravens aren't even the closest species of bird to having the coolest flock name. You guys might already know this one because it makes the rounds frequently. What's a group of crows called? A murder. As cool as that sounds, I feel like humanity cursed these birds with their reputation. They didn't like straight up ask for. Like, maybe there were things they did in their natural behavior that you could draw the association with murder too, but now, because of our naming conventions, they're like stuck as the bird of death. Just not really fair, man. Also, a quick reminder, if you're in the San Antonio area, I will be at the San Japan convention from August 29th to the 31st. My friends at Novel Horizons were kind enough to host me, and I'll be doing 2 virtual meet and greet events while I'm there. The current times for them are on Friday, August 29th, 5 p.m. Central Time, and the second one is on Sunday, August 31st, 3 p.m. Central Time. These are subject to change, but hopefully I'll see y'all there. If you want to come meet me, feel free to come and chop it up. And on top of that, there will be some exclusive items from Novel Horizons for purchase, like prints, keychains, and more. I'll keep y'all posted as we get closer to the big weekend, but I figured I'd give y'all a quick tap on the shoulder now. Elijah invented aura farming. He went up in a chariot of fire drawn by heavenly horses and tossed his drip down to his boy to continue the mission. The cloak still had the power to part a body of water, mind you. Dude, aura farming can be a group effort, and that's something you gotta remember. You don't have to do all this on your own. I don't know if this is the original mention of the term straight up just aura farming, because aura as like a piece of lingo has existed for like longer than aura farming farming has, which just sounds ridiculous when you really think about the words that we're mashing together here. This dude hitting several different impressive little tricks. Perfect water bottle flip, barely even thinks about it, just gives a sly little look to the camera, picks up the bowling ball. It's blood orange, and he just chucks that shit and doesn't even check to see if he hit a strike until well after that pins have been hit. And he doesn't even like really react to that. Another aura adjacent term I've seen is aura loss, like aura points loss, where if you do something embarrassing, you just congrats. You now have the equivalent of a social credit score, where if you do something even slightly embarrassing or cringe, we're now just gonna laugh at you about it. Which, to be fair, is kind of how things have always have worked, so maybe not that much has changed. POV, I trip in front of women. Minus 572 aura. I'm probably too old to be here, man. Oh, that's a nasty one, man. And like the socks and the slides, it being the literal reason you tripped aside, it's also just like not setting yourself up for like great looks. Now, we've done a lot of historical and real life aura farming, but some of the best to ever do it are unfortunately fictional, so we won't get to see their entire repertoire in person. The best aura farmer in fiction, I feel like a lot of people default to Piccolo because he's always standing like this on some mysterious shit. Yes, we see the fit. And now that we've spent some time, you guys gave some time for the aura to grow on the fields. I gotta hard agree with this one. Neo Metal Sonic just shooting lightning to the sky for nothing other than the flex. It's incredible because he has never had like lines of dialogue before Sonic Heroes, but like when he did, he just had the most gravelly, baritone, domineering voice I've ever heard, and then they put like a metal reverb sound on it, and shit was so hard. Like, put this shit in your eardrums and don't tell me that this guy didn't make your coochie quake a little bit.
Long time no see, Sonic. My loathsome copy. I am the ultimate overlord, Metal Sonic.
And then he never said a word again, because the point of his character is that he doesn't. Okay, this is an example I have referred back to as just going hard as shit for the better part of a decade, actually a little longer since The Winter Soldier came out. Bucky in that first movie was a goddamn menace. Like, how do you hit like a runway strut when you're walking down off a car after you just filled someone full of bullets? To be fair, if I had that getup on, I would probably feel cool as shit as well. I know that Sebastian Stan has said that to get the metal arm on, it actually wasn't that cool to watch because he had to lube up his entire left arm and just try to slide inside. But hey man, beauty is pain, and oh my god, is he fucking killing me. The CEO of aura farming, Piccolo really is the default. Like, if that one kid on the boat and the movements he was doing is the face of real life aura farming, Piccolo is probably the poster child of people doing it in like fictional narratives. He's the example that most people look to when they're trying to brush up on their own ability to look cool as shit without even doing anything. We really went from NPC live streams to motherfuckers aura farming for hours on stream. Like, look at this dude, man. He's like standing on a stool so he looks taller in comparison to the rest of the room, like he's floating. Shit's incredible, man. He just has like a fan off to his left so there's a perpetual breeze in his cape. There are just very few people who do it like this. The same can be said for cosplayers at conventions who just make use of the actual wind to look cool as shit.
Wind really is a paid actor. This shit is frying me. Piccolo? I know that's right.
Yeah, it is hard as fuck, man. Ah, it's so sick. He's just like looking out over his dominion like, yeah, I'm so much cooler than everybody else here. It was dissimilar, if a slightly lesser effect. Like just a white Power Ranger posted up in the middle of the window with his arms crossed. It's a great cosplay, which is definitely adding to the effect, but this dude is stanced the fuck up. Slightly bigger than shoulder width apart, so I can see his bulge a little more than maybe you'd want for this type of thing, but that could also add to it depending on the audience. Now, this is kind of a catch-all term. Aura farming is no one specific act. It's an effect that any kind of action can have. It's about execution. Like, for some people, just standing there and letting the wind blow in their hair or their cape is enough, and people just go like, damn. Other people, it's like just hitting a trick shot really nonchalantly, and then they play some funk music right after. Like, I don't know how this started on Roblox, but I gotta show you some of these because this particular genre of this shit is so funny. A little red Angry Bird. Oh my god, when I first saw this video and I just saw like this fat fuck about to get launched out of a cannon, I had no idea how they were gonna transform that into him looking hard as shit. And then as soon as it happened, it clicked and I was like, whoa! 0 to 100. Here's another one, dude. We gotta get a few of these in here. Aura farming again. Bro just like does a little more ragdolling. But arguably, he ends up in a cooler pose, just like leaned back, like he wasn't flying at several hundred miles per hour. There's a very specific difference, I think, between having aura and also just being a chill guy. You can really like put out incredible stuff by just being relaxed and letting the wind do the work as you just kind of have a sick ass pose you're hitting. But farming for aura can also be like a very active process. This is a dude farming for aura, like just directing a plane. This is a very normal occurrence that happens every day, but if you do your job very competently, it can look sick as fuck. The slow-mo doesn't hurt. Damn! I didn't even see him make the X at the end. Just commanding the giant metal behemoth in front of him, dude. The amount of power I would feel if I had this job for like a day would be insane. That said, I am very scared of getting even remotely close to run over by heavy machinery, so that probably just wouldn't work out for me very well. This one blew my mind because not my teacher aura farming on the field trip, and look at where the hell this field trip is. What the hell do you mean you're on a field trip, bro? You're on vacation. Just perfectly silhouetted with like the sun completely casting a spotlight down on him like it chose him to stand there. The only time I've seen views this beautiful when I went to Greenland to record the iceberg video. Like if this is a field trip, like you go on a hiking trail and this is the shit you see, you don't understand how good you have it with local scenery. Guys, I'm also gonna manage to sneak this into damn near every video I do, but it's been pretty clear from day one that Chris, the main character of Deltarune, the only thing they do is aura farm. Any emotional scene you have, they are just standing there stone-faced emotionless. Any scene where a character reacts to something, they don't. The most they do is take a half step back when they see that little freakazoid Spampton for the first time. In every outfit they have, there is a variant of the sprite where they are just hitting the V-Lone pose, and this is how they start every chapter of the goddamn game. They don't even look at the fucking camera. It's confirmed by legit Deltarune leaks that Chris will continue aura farming in future Deltarune chapters. That little fucking they-them has no idea how to do anything but look sick. It's in large part of why I want them in Fortnite, because I want them to do this pose as an emote. Like, look at all of their other friends posing. Susie's doing like a cool little fist bump to like show that I'm excited for this adventure and am invested in hanging out with my friend. This little freak Ralsei without his hat off is just, you know, being cute and shit what he does. And then this motherfucker over here can't even be asked to look at the camera. Dude, you already hide your eyes no matter where the hell you are. We already can't make eye contact with you, man. Please leave a crumb for the rest of the goddamn cast. People have made like fan videos where like this dude just cannot take shit seriously. This animation is by OJA. Chris, could you stop aura farming for a second? I love the little detail, like they just brought a fan in to blow on themselves so that they could look sick as fuck while they visit their friend's dad in the hospital. Just emotionally manipulated and traumatized a teenager for life. But dude, look at the wind in my hair. This shit is crazy. There's not even wind in this town. At the sleepover when no one's even there to watch. Wait, in the fight of their life where they're both they're both doing it here. This is how you know these two are working together. And that was enough to get the tension points ratcheted up. Incredible stuff. If I were to put in some of my own picks for history and fiction's greatest aura farmers, a few come to mind. The original Battlefield 3 intro is absolutely absurd. I feel like a lot of late 2000s, early 2010s first-person shooter game covers do fall under this umbrella, like Modern Warfare 2, the Black Ops 1 guy sitting on a stool. But like, look at what they were doing in 2011 with Battlefield 3, man. This is like an animated version of the game cover. Like, even the logos are like just setting this dude about to walk on screen up a generational strut. Bro, everyone around you is running to the battlefield. Why are you taking your sweet fucking time while rockets go around you? Like, how hard is that, man? I can't. They don't do it like this anymore. He's like, yeah, just walk up and get frame frozen in this hard-ass desktop wallpaper. All right, let's round this out. Batman's got to be the biggest aura farmer in history right next to, like, Shadow. Shadow definitely does have a history of that shit.
Get in there.
He just straight up kills people, man. There's like not really a way around it. He just fucking falls him, dude. I can't. Here we go again with the 2000s first-person shooter game covers. Halo 2 is probably the peak of Master Chief just looking sick as shit while doing basically nothing of note. Cool pose, 2 guns, squatting, you don't need much more when you got a suit of armor like that, man. It's basically cheating. I do respect Susie about to eat pancakes. Completely outside of the orthodoxy of what aura farming is, but I do think it counts in this particular context. JFK smoking a stogie. Okay, that's hard. That's hard. His presidency pregnancy was just an excuse to orofarm and fuck women. This is true, in real. Anyways, that's all I got. Leave me y'all's suggestions of who is orofarming the most in the comments, and tell me how old I am by making this video. If you enjoyed this video, there's a card on screen right now that'll take you to another one like it. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe with notifications on. Anyways, this has been Kwite, and I'll see y'all next time.